Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you my review of this week's episode of Supernatural on the CW. This week we see in Season 12, Episode 17, which is called The Memory Remains. And I want to apologize for the lateness of this review. Just work this week, trying to keep up with other shows during the week and things I'm watching on the side. I explained that a little bit more in my iZombie review I just did, but, it is what it is. I still want to talk about Supernatural, still want to get a video out, because Supernatural, arguably my favorite show of all time now, or at least easily within the top three, if not number one at its absolute best. Um, so it's the show I always want to get a video out on. Each week it's on at some point. I can't not do a video on Supernatural. Um, and this week's episode, it was pretty good. It was definitely more case of the week, monster of the week centric type of episode. Which isn't always a bad thing. Their weekly stuff like that is a lot more entertaining than like your crime dramas or shows that have to kind of regulate to that. Um, the whole Black Bill thing, the whole legend with the half goat in the town or whatever. I thought that was all right. It was a little bit intense with the when we actually partially seen this actual demon they were feeding and everything like that. It was kind of weird that we never seen it like full on when Dean was trapped down there. And it's also kind of weird sometimes how like Dean or Sam just get easily knocked out all of a sudden. They're really good fighters, especially Dean, but then, he just happens to, get hit the wrong way and then he gets knocked out. I don't know. But, it is what it is. And then there's a little story between the sheriff and the guy running that plant, meatpacking plant. They're both half brothers or something. I thought that story was alright. It was fine. It wasn't, like great or special or anything, but it was alright. It's something we've seen a lot before on Supernatural, though, honestly. So that part, it is what it is. Meanwhile, though, we had, Mr. Ketch and some of the other British men of letters searching their bunker. They're officially ordered to go after the American hunters now, especially the Winchesters. So they go through all their things there, trying to find how many different flannels Dean has. And there's a moment where Ketch even finds Dean's collection of busty Asian beauties, so. And then he finds, the pictures they have, with like Bobby, then of course the one with Mary. And, you can see he's still sort of, contemplating. I'm sure Mary's probably going to cause him to either hesitate too long or side with them altogether. It's obvious where it's going with that. I still don't really like the Ketch and Mary romance, really. It just felt really odd last week. But, Kesh is a decent character. He's fairly entertaining, I guess. But still, I just don't really like the random hookup they did. But, I don't know. I guess my favorite part of the episode, though, was probably the end with, when Sam and Dean came back to the bunker and they engraved their initials onto the table. Then we get these flashes of, them as kids in the Impala and things like that. Just sort of wondering what their legacy, like, sort of debating with each other over what their legacy is going to be. Of course, they're not going to be the type of guys that are going to be remembered in history books or anything. They do all this great stuff, but, they're never really acknowledged because no one really, either doesn't know or understands what they've done. But, they still, hold a lot, and Sam reassures Dean that their legacy will be the people they saved, and they did do a lot. And I'm definitely not saying it the right way, but I really like that scene. That was a fairly touching scene I didn't really expect at the end of this episode. So that definitely bumped it up a little bit for me. But yeah, then also, I like Dean's hookup in this episode. It's good to see, Dean be happy once in a while, sort of let loose. It's pretty fun, with the waitress and everything like that. But yeah, so overall, this is an okay episode. The Monster of the Week thing was sort of, typical, sort of, we've seen it a lot before, so it wasn't really anything too special. But I like that touching moment at the end of the episode, the Dean waitress thing. And Supernatural, the Dean and Sam characters and how Jensen and Jared play them, even when it's sort of a more basic type of episode like this, just how entertaining they are and how just a pleasure it is to watch them on screen playing the characters. It helps, It still puts it above other shows, even with just a basic episode like this, because of that. So yeah, overall, I'd still rate this episode like about an 8.5, 8.6 out of 10. So let me know what you guys thought about this one, and I'll have a review up of the originals a little bit later today. So find Facebook, Twitter, like, subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.